Hey everyone, Justin Brawl here, and I'm giving you my review of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, episode 52, Sasuke Shadow. And this episode is basically the final episode that we have filler episodes leading up to the Naruto Boruto movie recap it's been announced, it's been confirmed that we're going to get this some point later in the year. The announcement of we're officially going to get the retelling of the story was happened during that water field trip, the trip to the Hidden Mist Village, you know, the whole thing with the new Seven Swords of the Mist. And before I even get to the preview of the next episode, this episode starts off with finding out that Team 7, Konohamaru, Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki find out the fact that there are still some remnants of White Zetsu from the 4th Great Ninja War still running around in the world. But at least we actually find the central hub of the thing of White Zetsu during the end of some banned mines in the Hidden Leaf Village. So they managed to defeat it, and they managed to find out that apparently some point Sasuke came to the ruins, found the hive with the White Zetsus, used Matarasu, and he found that Boruto Mitsuki found out that Sasuke is going through a top-secret mission all by himself to discover any remnants of the Kaya Atsuki clan, any remnants between the two, or any remnants that are left behind of her by himself, and that's why mostly he's been outside of the village for so long. Sarada fully understands that, and Boruto realizes that Sasuke is the ultimate ninja, which will lead to a bit more in the movie retelling, which we're going to see more of that when we get to it. As for this episode starts out with a new opening, and the point for this new opening, aside from the song, which I think is a little bit set forward from, I'm liking the new song because the fact it was a set up from the second opening we had, because I didn't like much of the beat, and the beat didn't really seem to fit with the whole theme, and the theme. The time when the opening was released of opening 2, we were just right into the middle of the Hidden Mist Village trip, and during the battle against the Seven Swords of the Mist was kind of intense. The opening was still there, which made no sense. I didn't like the fact that the song and the beat didn't seem to match with the good battle scenes we had during that whole arc. As for the new opening, the song is okay. I like it. The visuals in your hand. They didn't do too much. All it shows like slight teases of the scenes that we're probably going to get. Most of the fact that the opening in your hands kind of tease. In fact, next episode we're actually going to begin with the movie retelling. So as we're going to see Momoshiki, we're going to see his subordinate. Also, there's apparently in the ending, which I'll get to the ending in a second, that we're going to see some fight scenes between the two of them. There were shots of Sasuke and Naruto at some point during the opening. Then towards the end of it, there was even some 3 fight sequences that Boruto had by himself. Sarada and Mitsuki were not anywhere seen in the opening. So we only had Boruto fighting against one guy from the Genin from the Hidden Cloud Village, the one with the bubbles. If you know from the movie, you know what I'm talking about. There's one scene where he's supposed to fight against Shikida, which was the final match of the tournament, which was the final match in the movie. Those who didn't see the movie, that's basically what happened during the Chunin exam portion of the movie. You're probably going to see that in the retelling, even those who didn't see the movie, which you probably should by this point. And the third was basically unannounced. We're going to see Boruto fighting against one of the new, and from the Hidden he was hidden from the Hidden Sand Village. And for those who actually know who I'm talking about, this character, he's basically that one he's ninja. He controls sand just like Gaara did, but his sand is completely different from Gaara's. Instead of having like golden sand, it looked more dark. It looked kind of black sand. I may have forgotten his name, but we're going to see him most likely in the retelling, which is going to come up next episode. And speaking of the next week's episode, which is going to tell us the retelling, the actual ending of the ending credits shows more scenes of the movie retelling. It was like Boruto writing. Like, the imagery here was actually kind of beautiful. The song fit the imagery a bit because of the flowers soaring around his body. The worst shots of the ending credits were like Boruto was facing against the main villain of the movie, along with his subordinate, and one extra subordinate, which we didn't see in the movie. Well, he's like an anime addition to the movie retelling of the Boruto, to the movie retelling of the anime. And there were shots of several people. It was like Gaara and Darura. Black Kakashi, as a friend of mine calls him, fighting against one of the subordinates. There was the Kage. It was the Mizukage, Mizukage of the Hidden Mist Village and the Tsuchikage of the Hidden Cloud Village, of the Hidden Stone Village, fighting against the bigger guy, fighting against the other someone, the bigger bulk guy, while Naruto and Sasuke, we're going to be against Momoshiki. Giving a little tidbits of the fact that the fights we're going to get in the movie retelling. Then again, I'm not exactly sure how in the episodes in the retelling we're going to get, because in Dragon Ball Super, when they retell the whole Battle of Gods and Resurrection F movie arcs, again, it took like at least 20 episodes, I think it was like around 15, 20 episodes in order to retell the entire movie in the episode format for a new anime. So I think we're going to get the same length. I'm not too sure on that one. It really depends on the anime studio behind Boruto to go do the movie retelling. They might stretch out a few. They're going to stretch out a lot of things there. And what I saw in the episode preview, well, before I get to the preview, though, I just want to point out that during the end of the episode, after the ending credits, there was like a bit of a small teaser. Give a teaser that Sasuke, out of the Rinnegan, managed to find a small little mountain area that's covered in snow. There's 2 moons there. Well, we're going to see, just like when the opening of the movie, the Boruto movie, and it was Sasuke going against Moshiki's subordinate in a ruin area, in a temple ruin area. And unless we're going to see that fight scene happen in the next week's episode. Maybe not, because apparently in the next episode's preview, we didn't get a fight scene between the two. We're starting to the point where, like, the new Konohana 12, the Konohana 12, we're given applications to become tunings. And right in the midst of all that, it looks like Hiroma's birthday is coming up very soon. And just like when toward teaser in the Boruto's birthday episode, Boruto asked Naruto, his dad, to show up to this party. He can forgive him for not showing up to his birthday, but he does not show up to his kid sister's birthday. He will never forgive him. And just in front of we have the movie, how all events turn out. This is going to get really intense. Things are going to get a little bit of a tension between both son and father, which for those who watched the movie first kind of know exactly what to expect. So we're going to see all this. We're going to see everything from the Hiyomaru's birthday to the final battle, all stretched down to episode format in this movie retelling. I can't exactly tell how many episodes we're going to get, but since we're probably going to move on more canon stuff, but we're finally getting into canon stuff with a movie recap. So after the Naruto Gaiden side story with Sarada, this is the second portion of canon that we're going to get. As for the episode entirely, which is basically another filler episode, which finally led up to the movie recap, the movie retelling. So we're going to get that next week's episode. Starting with Hiromaru's birthday, and there's no inklings about that. There was no inklings. I want to point out during the battle between the White Zetsu, Boruto introduced one part of ninja technology, of ninja tools. So we're going to see more ninja tools. Most like basically this episode led to Boruto trying to rely more on ninja tools in order to become a great ninja. So we're going to see more of that mostly in next week's episode and the rest of the movie telling moving forward. So until next week, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, choose a friend, and I'll see you again next time for the next video. Laters.